Hello, this Kim Possible. Let me say something to you, because sometimes we looking for God and he's coming in a way that you're not expecting. So you think he don't hear you, you think he don't see you, you think that he's not there, that you're all alone. You know, your prayers doesn't matter. It's like you praying amiss. That's a lie. The devil is a liar. That's a lie. Let me explain something to you. When I first got saved, let me rewind the tape to show you how my life was before. Everything I did, I ran with the devil. Everything I did, I was wrong. It was nothing about me that was right. Now, my heart was pure. My motives may have been good. You know, I want to do this. I want to do that. I want to help this person. I want to help that person. I'm going to adopt all the little crack babies in the neighborhood and take care of them and feed them and make sure they're eating while their mom and dad out getting high. You know, I had good intentions, but the way that I went about getting the money was wrong. But God knows that. God knows everything. Let me tell you, I was sitting at home on a Monday night. At this time in Detroit, we had Monday night football. And everybody that was somebody that knew somebody was going to be there. I ain't talking about the counterfeits or the pretenders. I'm talking about it wasn't nothing but money in this place. So you know me, I got to be there too. I'm going in there every Monday, faithfully, okay? And I'm waiting till about 1 o'clock to arrive. You know how we do, ladies. Yeah, that was me. I was one of them too. Listen, but I got a phone call. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm like, hey, what's up? What's going on? From a friend I hadn't seen in maybe 15 years. So what's going on? Hey, it's good to hear from you. Look, I'm on my way to go out to the club. You want to go? Come on. What you do? You drink? You smoke? You want to get high before we go? Whatever whatever. This was before marijuana was even legal in Detroit. I'm all, high and everything. And you got to smoke before you get to the club. So I'm like, what's up? What you want to do? And she like, oh, no, you go ahead. You have a good time. I'll talk to you later. Didn't think nothing about it. She called me later on in the week. What's up? I said nothing. She done got married. She got kids. She living a life totally different than I am. So, I already know, don't go to your house. Let me tell you something, ladies. You never go to nobody's house that got a man, a boyfriend, or anything like that there, because you never want to be blamed for anything you didn't do. That'll cause unnecessary warfare. Do you understand what I'm saying? Meaning, I don't ever want her husband to say, because you've been around Kim, you acting like this. I don't ever want her husband to say, you don't even need to have her over here because she be looking at me. I don't ever want her to think, do Kim want him? Do Kim like him? So I stay away from him. Where would you like to meet? In church. Great. Okay. I meet her every Sunday in church. At first I'm just sitting there, waiting on service to be over so I can talk to her. We can recap, see how things been going. You know what I'm saying? This was my best friend in high school. What's up? I'm so happy that we done reunited. You get me? As I'm sitting there, the man of God began to start talking about Jesus in a way I had never heard Jesus before. It was like he made him relevant. It was like in so many ways he seemed like a brother, a friend. He seemed understanding. He seemed to care about what I've been going through. It wasn't like they painted the picture that he was still up on the cross bleeding, looking like this little weak, skinny, don't never eat Jesus. So I'm listening, and as I'm listening, as the Lord would have it, he took my mind off of my friend, and I began to listen to the message. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to show you that when you get that phone call from that person out of the blue, you may not even know they're going to church. I didn't even know she was a pastor. I didn't know that. She didn't say none of that. She didn't talk about her title. I saw her as my friend, my best friend. But God gave her wisdom in how to speak to me, how to deal with me. She come to my house and see me many times. I'm high, get in the car smelling like weed. I'm cussing and fussing, mad at this ninja, mad at that ninja, tripping out on this, tripping out on that. I got about a Rottweiler, some pit bulls, and Neapolitan Mastiffs. I'm breeding dogs in the back. Ain't nothing about me classy. I'm hood, straight hood. But she loved on me. She didn't ask for no money. She didn't care about what I was doing. She didn't care about where I was going. She didn't ask me nothing about my personal life. Nothing. When God put people in your life, before you just be so quick to discredit them and say, she don't cuss, she don't smoke, she don't drink. No, she can't be, no, it ain't no fun around her. Because that's what the devil wants you to say. My friend didn't cuss. She didn't smoke. She didn't drink. I remember Tupac died. She didn't even know who he was. I'm like, damn, what kind of world you live in? You don't even know who he is? She didn't even know. But I had sense enough to know it's something about her that's different. Where you at? Where you been? What kind of world you living in? And as I started going to church, after a while, I started looking around. I got on, this one, Coogee was out. Biggie Smalls and Tupac was popular. You know, I got on the Coogee dress and skirt in church. You know, I just left the after hour, went straight to church. Split going all the way up. My whoop whoop. You get what I'm saying? Back all out. You get what I'm saying? I got my little push-up bra on with my chest. I'm looking straight like a hoe. But they loved on me. They didn't throw them cloths on me like people do now, you know, telling you to cover up. They ain't do none of that. They loved on me. And I kept coming and coming and coming and coming because I wanted to hear more about this Jesus that y'all talking about. I began to look around at the ladies. They were married. They were young. They looked good. Their eyes wasn't all shut, low, because they high as hell. They ain't look like that. They look pure. Lips wasn't all brown because they been smoking blunts all day. You get what I'm saying? Wasn't none of that. When you speak to them, it's hello. How you doing, woman of God? They come and embrace you with a hug. Ain't no, oh, she is. She thinks she all that. Well, none of that. They were more concerned about they were more concerned about my soul. Do you know Jesus? Would you like to get to know him? Can I pray for you? Can I pray for your family? I wasn't hearing that in the streets. I wasn't hearing that in the world. God has a plan for you. God has a purpose for your life. You're a mighty powerful woman of God. Oh, you powerful. And I'm sitting here saying, me? Like, who y'all see? Me? No, they just tripping. I know they want something. You know how the devil try to get us to, I know they want something. They gotta want something. They being too nice. Week after week, they never changed. They never changed. They never changed. Never changed. And then I got brave enough to start going to the altar. I went up there to that altar. I didn't care what it was for. They was calling out stuff I wasn't even doing, but I still went because I knew I was guilty of a whole lot. You understand what I'm saying? I knew that I was guilty of a whole lot. And every Sunday I would go up to that altar. I just felt like God was up there. And I want to get a little closer. I want to get a little closer. I was too scared to sit on the front. I didn't try to do that. And I ain't saying don't you do it. If you get the courage enough to put your clothes on and go to church Sunday and you want to sit up close, go up close. Because what I found out, the enemy will send people to distract you in the back. I'm very, very easily distracted. So the kids was getting on my nerves. The gossiping women was getting on my nerves. The silly people was getting on my nerves. Everything was getting on my nerves. But the enemy was using a spirit of irritation and frustration to get me to run back out of the church. Now, you know, back then I didn't know that. But instead of me running out, I just start going further and further and further to the front. So make your way up there. Make your way to that altar. Don't worry about what nobody else say. Don't worry about what nobody else think. Let God do it his way. I know you prayed and you cried and you prayed and you cried and it seemed like nothing changed and you still remember the hurt. You still remember the night it happened. I know you got all that on your mind. Slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. Now, I do believe in miracles, but I'm just going to tell you how he did it for me. Slowly but surely. Is you keep pressing in and you keep going and you keep praying and you keep believing and don't put your mouth on the man or woman of God. I don't care what you see them doing. God allow you to see it so you can pray for them, not judge them. Slowly but surely, God will change everything about you. Your circumstance, your mindset, your circle, everything. Things you ain't even thinking that you won't change. I didn't think I was jacked up. I thought I had it going on. I thought I was all that. I'm hood rich. But not knowing that wasn't the path or the plan that God had for me. He has something much greater than I can ever ask for, think, or imagine. So pay attention to the phone that rings. Pay attention to the lady that you meet in the grocery store, or the lady that's trying to talk to you when you drop your kids off at school. Pay attention to your neighbors. You know those people, you call them church people, church fanatics. God may just be using them to get you to him. He may not be coming the way you think he gonna come, but be open. I'm praying for you. I just hope you say yes when you get the phone call. This your girl, Kim Possible, just kicking it real with you. Be blessed.